What happens when Disney tries to do Osmosis Jones again? But different.
You are now listening to the Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Welcome back to the Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
My name's Andrew. This is the podcast where we talk about movies, mostly Disney movies, that you should probably steer clear of.
Mostly Disney movies. I mean, we took a little break for you, and now
Thank you. Appreciate that.
we're about to hop back in it because, you know, it's Disney.
It's Disney. Can't turn away.
No. You got to go back. I mean, Disney is like a solidified top movie company.
Absolutely. They are a mega corporation. They own Fox. They own Marvel. They own ESPN. What else do they own?
All I know is that they don't take away that many Academy Awards until it comes to the animation. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
They might get one for Wakanda.
I haven't seen that yet. I need to go back and watch that.
I haven't seen it either.
That's on my to watch this week.
But I can see, I've seen the costumes.
Costumes look sick.
I could see them winning costumes in the Academy Awards this year. Or was it costume design or something like that?
Something like that.
I can see them winning that. So should we just dive in today? I mean, this was not the topic we wanted to start with, but now we are here.
No. So we're talking about 2022's Strange World.
Did it really? It did beat the buzzer, didn't it? It beat the 2023 buzzer.
Mm-hmm. Just by a margin.
Well, this movie takes on so many other movies. Did you notice that?
I did too. I was kind of keeping track. It had kind of an Atlantis.
Did you see how it started? Did that ring any bells for you?
How it started with them climbing through the mountains and stuff like that?
Before that, like this is the greatest explorer in the world.
No.
I know you've been on the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland.
Of course.
There's that part where you're kind of... It's like a snake. You're snaking through this line, and they're showing you the ride, kind of, and they have John Rhys Davies and like talking to you and stuff. It was the same thing. That was the first part. I was just like, okay, so this feels like I'm going on Indiana Jones.
Okay, I can see that.
That's the first sign. The second sign, I think we got into there's multiple Star Wars references in there. I feel like the things on the ship. That's kind of like when they go into Empire Strikes Back, where they're...
The things on the ship.
Where they get swallowed by the worm, and they don't even know it in Empire Strikes Back. And then they have those little creatures, and they go out and try to shoot it. And then they think they're like, it's an earthquake or something. They're like, wait, this thing's too soft, whatever. Or they're like, the ground is weird. And then they like zoom out of there, and they realize that they're just in a big worm.
Okay.
But there's like little things like flying on the ship and ruining things.
Inside. That feels to me more... Because even Star Wars was a nod to Flash Gordon. So, like, OG Flash Gordon.
Yeah. With Queen?
No, like, black and white.
Soundtrack. Oh.
Black and white.
Okay.
Even, like, the radio show or early, like, serial movies. So I kind of felt like that just all kind of lends itself there. So I actually didn't mind that.
I still feel like there's some Star Wars vibes.
There's some Star Wars vibes. It had kind of a diesel punk kind of vibe, which is what Star Wars borrows from.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. Ever hear that movie?
Absolutely.
That was here, obviously.
Yeah. Osmosis Jones. We're talking about diseases inside of a body. Spoiler alert, by the way.
And they literally talking about Toy Story. I mean, just a second ago, they literally stole the line from Toy Story.
You are a sad, strange little man.
No, they didn't steal that one, but...
Oh, no, I wasn't saying that. That was a personal attack.
Yeah, it's not the first time. Or the last. The not today.
The what?
There's a line where like the kid trips over something and goes, not. And then he's like, we're going to die. And then someone comes up and grabs him and goes, not today. And that happens in like
Toy Story.
Before they blow up. He goes, not today.
I don't know. I just feel like that's just kind of a generic line.
The way they said it, though, I was just like, we are playing with Toy Story.
I got serious Atlantis.
Yes, that was my other one was Atlantis.
100% later in the movie when the mayor of the town or whatever you want to call it
turns into the villain.
Yeah, just for like 10 minutes or so. But yeah.
Not even 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like 5 minutes at best.
No, actually, no. It was like 10.
Was it?
10. Yeah, because they have the whole scene about the father and son arguing on the stream out. So it was off camera, but it was there. But yeah, they have the whole like crew turn against the family. Like it had its Atlantis vibes. Didn't help with like the airship kind of has ish Atlantis vibes.
A little bit.
But yeah, where do you want to dive in?
Well, we got to do
2-minute summary?
2-minute summary.
All right. Take the wheel. RJ, take the wheel.
All right. So we got the greatest explorer of all time. He tries to get his son into exploring. His son says, "Nope, not today, Daddy." Daddy goes off on an expedition, goes off into the wilderness. While his son finds out about these plants, creates electricity. These electricity plants is killing the area that he lives in because he grows up in the future as a farmer. I am butchering this like crazy, but it's okay because I only got 2 minutes. And next, this guy has a son, and the son wants to not be a farmer. And basically, this mayor comes up and goes, "Hey, yo, these plants are ruining something. These plants are gonna die.
Plants are going to die.
We need them for our electricity." And then they take them down below into this wilderness, and they find out like it's all squishy. There's aliens. These aliens try to attack them, and then they realize, oh crap, we're not inside of a strange world. We're actually inside of a being. And then Bad Bear tries to go, nope, we still want the plants and electricity. And Dad, Son, and Grandpa go, no, we need to help this thing. And then they help him, and oola boola.
The giant turtle is happy.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy, too. Like, at the end of the movie, they do show the planet, and it's just, that's the only
land mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
And it's 100% a turtle.
Probably.
Look at the shape. You've got the head, you've got the shell. Even at the end when they're showing the comic book and they close it up and it's about like their adventures under, inside the planet, they call it Under the Shell.
Wouldn't it just be a Pokemon at that point? Isn't there a Pokemon like Tortuga or Tortuga or something like that?
Maybe. Are there kaiju Pokemon? So that was our 2-minute summary.
Brought to you by RJ.
Well, this time.
Yes.
You did a great job. Good job, buddy.
Well, I think we're going to go and talk about some characters.
Yeah. Oh, no, I forgot to record something for the characters. So here's something. Characters. Who are they? What are they doing? I don't know All right, let's talk about some characters.
What do you got as your favorite character?
I'm going to go with the little Gleep Glop.
Yeah, that I 100% agree with you. That was going to be my number one, too. He's like Flubber's uncle.
Yeah, I was going to say, he gave me Flubber vibes through the whole thing. I loved how to give a thumbs up, he'd have to use 2 hands to do it. I don't know.
Or the scene where he like slides underneath the door when they're locked up.
Yeah, to show how to unlock it. Slides back under.
He speaks other goo language or whatever.
I loved his relationship with the giant, gross Cronenberg Kirby's.
The ones that kept on trying to kill them.
Yeah.
100%.
Right off the bat when he takes the dad's bandana, runs off, and gives it to the giant rolling Kirby, and the Kirby's like, okay, and starts rolling
back.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That was my number 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Go for it. Number 2.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with the grandpa.
Grandpa.
Yeah, the great explorer. I just feel like he's kind of like, let's kill everything. Is he not? Like, tell me I'm wrong.
No, because I actually agree.
He's like, let's kill everything. I'm gonna run out with my flamethrower.
That's the solution to everything. Is just I'm gonna burn it.
Well, the one thing was just flying by, grabbed it out of midair, and just threw it in his mouth and ate it.
Yeah.
Well, when his son comes and meets me, is this thing's gonna kill us? And he goes, I don't know.
Yeah, and as he's watching his son be enveloped, he's just sitting there just laughing. And it's like, okay, I'm with you on number 2.
He is entertaining.
Yeah. Odd that was it Dennis Quaid played that role?
No joke. They actually, I did not think that they'd actually have a higher actor in this movie. It didn't seem like it.
Pulling up the cast. Sorry, Dennis Quaid.
Is he really in it? That's it.
Dennis Quaid. Jake Gyllenhaal was the dad. Dennis Quaid was the grandpa. Lucy Liu was the mayor. Alan Tudyk was somebody named Duffel.
Yeah, he's got to be in it.
But I'm not sure who he is. But I'll go ahead and I'm going to give my number 3.
Okay.
The original pilot. He's got one line, and he's like, hey, if you want to get off this ship, you can just leave now. And he's just messing with the dad, and then he just immediately dies afterward.
No one dies in this movie. They just get very big boo-boos.
No, this guy dies. This guy straight up dies.
No,
I didn't.
Hey, this is George of the Jungle. No one dies in this movie. They just get really big boo-boos.
The little pterodactyl thing crashed through the window, opened its mouth, grabbed him with its tongue, and pulled him in.
So no one dies in this movie. They just get really big boo-boos.
Permanent boo-boos resulting in death.
No. He's just... Have you ever heard of Jonah and the whale?
Yeah.
That's what's happening inside the little pterodactyl thing.
Oh, no.
There we go.
All right. But no, that scene was probably the funniest to me. Just how casual and jerkish he was off the bat. Like, that was funny. And then just how abruptly he died.
You know what's funny is that how you talk about like a funny scene? Is that I can't remember because it wasn't that memorable, but there's actually one scene that made me laugh out loud.
Really?
But I can't remember what it was. I don't know what to tell you.
Are you dissing on my funny scene?
No, I'm just saying that there was one scene that made me laugh out loud. I just can't remember.
Hey, the scene where he died? That was the one for me.
That's what made you laugh out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
go for your number 3.
I'm going to go with the mom.
Really?
Yeah, she gave me a Chicha. Poncho's wife from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, yeah.
Her vibes.
Yeah, I can see that.
She had those kind of vibes of, hey, I am mom. The way she was flying around on the machines and stuff too.
Yeah, I could see that.
She knew what she was doing. She didn't put the bad guys in the place.
Yeah.
Bad guys, quote unquote.
Yeah, which we didn't really have much of in this movie.
No.
We had monster aliens, and then we had, for like 10 minutes, a mutiny. All right, do you want to talk about scenes?
We can talk about scenes.
All right, go for it.
We're off to talk about scenes.
What's happening?
The magical
What is going
wizard
on?
of scenes.
I'm so confused.
All right, so this is the part of the show where we talk about scenes. Behind the scenes, to the left of scenes, to the right of scenes.
Behind,
Maybe.
inside.
If you're really good, we could do the top of the scene. So my favorite scene is probably just the beginning of the movie, where they kind of make it like that Indiana Jones, right? Where they do the backstory of the great adventure and then how his son got involved. Even though his son sucks at adventuring, and his dad has to
He
save
has
him at
no interest in
everything.
it.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
It's my favorite scene.
All right. My number 1 we already touched on, when the original pilot dies. Just the abruptness of him just being sucked out.
Did you just like wake up this morning with somebody peeing in your Cheerios, or how did this happen?
No, I found the abruptness of it just kind of funny.
You're just like, that's it. I slept terribly last night,
I slept for a good 9 hours last night.
and this dog over here peed in my Cheerios. And you know what? I'm just going to sit down, I'm throwing away the Cheerios, and we're just watching this movie. And then the guy dies. He's like, ha, ha, ha. Finally, someone is having a worse morning than me.
No.
Is that what happened?
That's not at all what
I
happened.
think that's what 100% happened.
The Cheerios might have been a little stale, but, it's just got to work
Did
with
your
it.
creamer for your coffee go bad or something?
No, I drink it black.
Okay, so your beans were stale. I got it.
That's
It's okay.
That's how coffee is best.
We all
when they're
have
stale.
bad mornings. I get it.
I can't help it. I wake up, I'm grouchy. I'm like, I need to watch somebody die.
Oh, jeez. The only way to please
Joking.
Andrew in the morning is to do sacrifices of animated characters.
On really bad mornings, I'll wake up and then I'll watch Battle Royale and I'll be like, okay, I'm good to go.
Do you just have like a scene of like animated characters like dying on like a loop.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize, not dying, getting really big boo-boos.
Really big boo-boos.
Well, my number 2 is when they're locked in the room, in the closet.
Okay.
The family gets locked in the closet by the bad guys, and Mr. Gleeglop, or Splat, I think he calls him.
I think Splat.
Splat goes into the, like, first of all, he talked to the dog, and dog knew exactly what he was talking about. And then he just went into the door, did the whole, what's that guy on TikTok that just kind of points to things and go,
oh,
why isn't that
Carl
thing?
B or something like that?
Yeah, he did the whole thing, like, to the dog, like.
Yeah.
And then he, like, didn't he go back under?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He slides back under into the closet with everyone else.
Yep. That is my second favorite scene.
All right. My second favorite is going to have to be when the father and son were separated, together, but separated from the rest of the group. And the giant salamander looking thing just kind of starts slowly enveloping the son. And the dad just sits there. Don't.
Right.
What?
And the giant salamander thing. Are you talking about when they go to the other side of the...
No, this is before they bring him back. It's like the son's like, oh, is this thing going to kill me? As he's slowly sinking in like it's quicksand.
Oh, yeah, and they said that it'll dissolve him or something.
Yeah, and the dad just sits there and just watches his son slide in.
Yeah, I remember that.
See the monster.
Number 3. Man, you're in just a mood of hurting.
Wait till you get my number 3.
Was your banana overripe this morning?
My banana?
Your banana? Was that overripe this morning?
It might have been. I'm not sure. My banana was the same color as my
Your
coffee.
banana, that's a new thing now.
My banana was the same color as my coffee. Is that good?
Did you step on a Lego today?
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're just in the mood for hurting.
I woke up this morning.
You chose violence this morning. That's what happened.
I woke up this morning. I stepped out of bed.
Okay,
immediately
wait.
onto a Lego. No.
No, wait.
No. Shut your mouth.
Before
Shut
you
your mouth.
got out of bed,
Shut your mouth.
some Metallica hard rock came on, and you're like, exactly. And you're like, yep, this is what I'm gonna do this morning. Violence.
I woke up to some like hard death metal as my alarm. I'm like, okay, good. That's not what I said at all last night. I'm going to get out of bed and have a good rest of the day. I step out of bed. And what do you know? There's a pile of Legos right outside. So I step on that.
Dang, Stubbs.
Yeah, that Stubbs. Stubbs is putting together a little Lego playpen for himself. He's not doing well. He's eating them. Anyways, I step out and a few words exit my mouth. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a good morning. So I get up.
Yeah, can I say those words?
Ooga booga. Turd.
No, I think it was like, honey, knitting muggins. There we go.
Shooting fannies.
Oh. Farts and what?
Pancakes. So I get up. I pour myself some delicious Cheerios.
Wait. Did we get... We have to put the explicit title on this now. We done did it. Oh, there's another...
We done did it.
Where's the soap?
So I pour myself some delicious Cheerios. And I leave for a second to get my coffee. Unfortunately, the beans are stale. So I got to work with what I got. I come back to my Cheerios. There's some water in there that's kind of yellow. I take a little sip. Immediately, I know that salty taste. It was pee.
Thanks, Stubbs.
Thanks, Stubbs. I go back, and I go to drink my coffee, but it's stale and disgusting. I'm like, well, at least I got my banana. I turn, I look, and that banana is black as the night sky.
And then you're like, that's it, I'm going to make some toast. And then the toast popped out of the oven, and no one knew what to put on it. And
The toast was as black as the night sky.
and you're like, do I put jelly on this? Peanut butter? But then you're like,
I was
no.
combing through the fridge. I turned back, and somebody peed on it. Stubbs.
And you're like, I am going to put ham and mustard on this toast. And then you realize your mustard and ham are disgusting together as you took a bite into this. And you're like, who does this? This is evil on its own.
Horrible. I sat down. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a good movie. I sit down. I hit play. And immediately I'm like, somebody better die.
Yep. And then you're like, you know what? Sounds like Jamal need to turn up the sound.
Oh, that Jamal.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
Shout out to Jamal.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamal.
Thank you, Jamal. Well, here we are, though. I mean, that was a better story than Strange World. So I'm glad we shared that.
Thank you for letting me share my morning routine.
Man,
I went into the shower.
We're still in our third scene, by the way.
I went into the shower, and would you know it? I was already wearing my clothes for the day when I stepped in the shower.
Hot water was all gone.
It was urine. Dang. It was cold.
Stubbs just hooked it up.
I knew something was off with our water heater when it's starting to smell a little sparse.
You might need to get this dog checked. He's either...
I told you, he's eating the Legos.
It's like that Cats vs. Dogs movie.
Oh, no.
He's just like Stubbs versus Andrew now, though. Well, scene number 3 for me. No, we've gone through Andrew's kill fest. Scene number 3 for me would be the end.
Well, the credits? Or what are we talking?
Yeah, just the fact when, like the last second of the movie. Because, I just sat there and put my hands up in the sky. Kind of like I'm doing now. And I said, victory! I made it through this movie! And then I put them down and said, okay. And I continued on with my day. Yeah, if you haven't caught on, by the way, at this point of the podcast and how we've been talking, this movie is not good. The animation's pleasing.
The animation's good.
It's aesthetically appeasing.
I'll say it's fine. It's fine. My number 3 scene, I'm going to go with when one of the opening scenes, this guy trying to ride a carriage and the wheel rolls off and his carriage just kind of falls apart.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They roll out like another wheel for it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't caught the gist, I think the movie's fine. I think its worst offense is that it's kind of...
Dry.
Yeah. It's kind of boring.
Whoa, guys. Congratulations. Thank you for making it this far.
Great job.
We are impressed. Aren't we, Andrew?
I'm very impressed.
I thought we lost you already, but thank you.
You stuck around.
And so because of that, we just want to let you know that you can find us in other platforms besides the one you're listening on.
Yeah.
First one we have is YouTube. That would be the Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
You can also find us at any other podcast platform at the Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast. Just search our name.
Or Instagram, the Backseat Critics, all one word, not 2 words, one word.
And on Twitter at the BS Critics.
Sounds about right. Please bear with us. Your show will resume momentarily. And we're back with our favorite aliens.
All right.
Actually, let's just talk about the aliens. Let's even list them off. Let's just talk about these. These aliens are wild.
Yeah, they're absolutely bonkers.
I don't even know what they're thinking. Like, they're like, let's give this thing tentacles and let's call it an alien and maybe it will.
It's a blob monster that just kind of opens up and 10 tentacles pop out and it just eats everything.
Now it looks like a kraken.
Yeah. There's
and it can roll.
There's the kind of camel looking thing, but scaled up a bunch, and it's got the tree things on the back that it shakes and little aliens drop down.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a dinosaur to me almost.
Okay.
I think the craziest one I saw was like the horse-looking thing or the deer-looking thing.
Was it with the
tentacles on the top of the head and it washed something or something real quick?
Yeah, it just kind of like shook its head.
Yeah, it was like grabbing things and.
Yeah, there's like gazelle that they were riding alongside of for a bit. There's pterodactyls.
There's like a little stingray-looking things.
There were cloudy whales at one point with little electricity inside of them.
These aliens look good if you were having a dream off of like Domino's Pizza.
I actually enjoyed all of the designs in this.
And I enjoy Domino's Pizza.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we solved the problem.
We did.
There was no problem.
There was no Domino's Pizza.
If the movie was as interesting as the alien designs, I feel like this would have been a better movie.
It had potential. I think it had a potential. You can tell though, Disney pushed so hard for this movie.
I will agree, but I will disagree.
You were in Disneyland before it released?
No.
I was.
Okay.
They did something. I knew that this was in trouble when they did something that I've never seen them do.
What's that?
There is a spot over by Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, or there was, and they had like they made like this little art area for Strange World and had like cutouts and stuff that you could take pictures with. And I was like, we're in trouble.
Okay.
I was like, I've never seen it. And then I saw them bring in like the merchandise and everything for it before the movie released. I'm like, we're in trouble.
This movie was a box office flop, but I will say that they didn't push it the right way. I feel as if they didn't push it enough that it was in theaters. I don't think that they planned properly for it to be in theaters. Everyone's watching on Disney Plus. That's where people are watching it. Who's going to go to the theater to watch this when it's just going to be on Disney Plus?
This or Luca?
100% Luca. But no, I just feel like that their marketing wasn't clear or wasn't pushing enough that this was going to be in theaters.
Yeah.
I just felt like every single ad I saw, they also listed when it was going to be on Disney Plus. So why would I watch it in theaters when I could just wait a month?
Yeah.
Watch it in the comfort of my own home where the only person farting up my hair is me and Jen.
I think Disney ruined their box office chances. I mean, obviously with Marvel, you still got to push those into the movie theaters. It looks like Black Panther did pretty well in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when it comes to these animated movies now, people are just going to wait.
There's no reason to really watch it on a big screen. It's not like I know Avatar might be a bad choice, but like it's not like Avatar where you go and see and like just watch the spectacle of the mess in front of you. It's just a cute animated movie that I'm going to throw on a smaller screen and be okay with.
Well, if you got to think about it too, we're in the age period where people are not necessarily wanting to go into movie theaters anymore or as much.
No.
And if you have a good enough TV and a good enough sound, I think a lot of people during the shutdown during COVID bought a good enough TV, bought a good enough sound quality. And now I got all these streaming services that I can't keep up on.
No. I was reading that the only like kids movies that really made a profit since 2020, since the shutdown, was Sonic and The Rise of Gru. Yeah. Do you want to talk any more about the aliens here?
They're just crazy things that you would see in your dreams. If you're hallucinating, maybe.
Maybe.
If you ate what Andrew ate this morning with his bananas.
I was happy that they weren't just humanoid things or just like an animal that we're familiar with an extra pair of antlers or something on it. They actually designed, they actually designed something that was unique and different. Something that, I'll be honest, like a lot of movies that have aliens, they don't do well.
They did good with them. They did good with the aliens, the designs, just the weird things that they do.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, what? It's worth watching for the aliens, I guess.
Absolutely. I think we're kind of delving into saving graces and final thoughts here. What were your final thoughts?
Final thoughts were, I didn't like it.
On a scale, how would you rate it?
4.
4?
4 or 5.
Okay.
For this one, I watched it and I was like, This is the equivalent of the excitement to me was, what was it, The Greatest Christmas Present? So
okay.
That's kind of what it was like to me.
I can be with you there.
I did enjoy the animation of it. I think there's one in the very beginning where they're going through that cave.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this was actually done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I was like, oh, besides the character, like everything
clean.
else, clean, clear. It looked legit. Like actually, like I was like, dude, is this the real cave?
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 6. I thought, again, it's boring and it's trite. Like, throw it on with a kid in the room, you're gold. Throw it on just to check out some alien designs and some animation, you're gold.
For the story? No.
No.
Good for kids. The colors are distracting you. Probably really good for like a 2 or 3 year old. Just because of the colors, the action. Other than that, meh.
I'll say up to 6, 7-year-old would be good to throw in front of.
Sure, no.
There's bits of like the adventure that's like, okay, you can throw this in front of them as like.
Okay, hold that microphone. This movie is good for kids, period. But
Could you be any more boring with your delivery?
But this movie, it will be.
William Shatner.
There's something on the wing. Did you catch that reference?
Yes, I know Twilight Zone.
Okay, good. It's like, oh no. But no, and this movie is great for kids, but I think for a 2 or 3 year old, they will actually love this movie just because of the colors. The other kids, you were gonna get the weirdo.
I don't know.
You.
Whoa! Where's my pen gun?
Bang bang! Shots fired!
Pop!
Blocka blocka.
I gotta disagree. I gotta say, like, 6, 7-year-old watching this, they're just gonna care about like, oh, flamethrower. Oh, hey, there's some actiony bits. Oh, there's colors and stuff happening all the time. Everything is moving all the time in this movie. All right. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Backseat Critics. We will be back next week with another surprise episode. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. If you're on Apple Podcasts, rate us 5 stars.
Oh, I was gonna say 5 out of 10. That seems about right.
No. 5 out of 10 stars,
5 out of 10. Hey, you know what? Those stars actually go up to 10. So if you put 5, we're okay with that.
Hey, just be honest. Be honest. If you like us, you like us.
If you don't, that's okay because we understand.
Yeah.
Except for you, Ireland. We will never get over you.
Yeah. Sweden might be overtaking them right now. I don't know.
We out.
Oh, keep the headphones on.
This movie is so boring. You can cut that all out.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry.
That is just a waste of time that we just did. Cut it all out.
I was like,